Hello, Grissom Choir. This is Level 8 Music Theory Review. The main concept on Level 8 is drawing and identifying minor intervals. A minor interval is a major interval that has been shrunken or lowered by half a step. This has nothing to do with the 3 half steps when you are finding a minor key. That is only used for dealing with minor keys. Remember that a note on the staff with no accidentals is called a natural note. And always think like you are in the major key of the bottom note / the note that is given. Let's take a look at this first example. This first example, we are trying to identify a minor sixth above that given note. Please remember that a major sixth will be given with an uppercase M, and a minor sixth will be given with a lowercase m. So we are trying to identify a minor sixth above that note. That note is a A flat. So we have to think like we are in the key of A flat. A flat is a flat key, and there are 4 flats in that key: B flat, E flat, A flat, and then you go one past it, D flat. Go ahead and draw 6 notes above that A flat, and you count that bottom note as 1. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would then draw a note on that top line of the treble clef, which is F. Since F is not listed in these 4 notes that we drew, since F is not listed to need a flat in the key, we now have a major sixth. We have already done everything up to this point on a previous music theory level, trying to identify major intervals based off of the key. This review goes one step further. To make it a minor interval, we simply add a flat to lower it out of the key. So we would put a flat symbol in front of that F to lower it down a half step. So a minor sixth above that top note is F flat. A minor sixth above that bottom note, which is A flat, is F flat. One other thing that you need to remember is our tree. If a note is already sharped in the key and we lower it, it would then become a natural. If it's already natural in the key, it would become a flat. And if it's already flat in the key, it would become a double flat. Moving on to this first of all of these examples, a minor second above that note. Again, that note is the exact same as the one that we just did, which is an A flat. Count the bottom note as 1, and you go up a second, which would be right here, which is on a B. But now we have to figure out if that note is flat in the key signature. So A flat has 4 flats in it. We've already done this on the first example: B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. One of these notes that we just drew is the note that we are finding, and it is B flat. So we would, in the key, put a flat next to it. That would be a major second above A flat. That would be a B flat. But we're finding a minor second. So on this little tree example that we put up here, it's already flat in the key. So then in order to lower that top note, we simply put another flat next to it. So a minor second above A flat is B double flat. Moving on to this second example, that bottom note is an F sharp, and we're trying to find some kind of seventh above that F sharp. So we'll start out with drawing that seventh. We can count the bottom note as 1. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We draw that note right there. That note is an E. We have to think like we're in the key of the bottom note, so that bottom note is F sharp. F sharp has a lot of sharps in it. That would start with F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. There are 6 sharps in the key of F sharp. Is one of these notes that we drew the note that we drew up here? Yes, it is. It's that last one, E. So a major second above F sharp would be E sharp. But we're not finding a major second. We're finding a, seventh. A major seventh above F sharp would be E sharp. We're not finding a major seventh. We are finding a minor seventh. So a minor seventh, we would lower that top note. Going back up to this tree, it is sharped in the key, so we would then erase that sharp, and you could either leave it as is with no accidental, but what I would actually like for you to do is put a natural symbol next to it. A minor seventh above F sharp is E natural. Now that we've done these exercises together, I would like for you to pause the video, go ahead and complete these last 4. When you're done with those 4, you can replay the video, and we'll do them all together. Minor sixth above that bottom note. Bottom note is B. A sixth above would be G. We have to think like we're in the key of the bottom note. B major. It is a sharp key. That would be F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. 5 sharps. One of these that we drew is the note, and it is the G sharp, so we put a sharp next to it. That would be a major sixth, but we're finding the minor sixth, so we actually have to now erase that sharp and put a natural symbol next to it. A minor sixth above B is G natural. Next, bottom note is a C. We're finding a third above C, which would be right there. That would be an E. C is neither a sharp key nor a flat key. There are no sharps or flats. So that would be the major third above C, an E. But we're finding the minor third. There is no sharp or flat next to that top note, so then easy. We just put a flat next to it. A minor third above C is E flat. Minor seventh. Bottom note is A. We go up 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That top note would be a G. Think like we're in the key of that bottom note. Bottom note being an A. We would have F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. 3 sharps in there. That last sharp is the note we drew, so that would be a major seventh above A, being the G sharp. We're finding the minor seventh, so we lower that top note. We put a natural symbol next to it. Minor seventh above A is G natural. And the last one, minor sixth above this note. This note right here is a D flat. Counting all the way up, we have to draw a ledger line and then put a note on top of that ledger line. Some sort of sixth above D flat is going to be some sort of B, but let's figure out what kind of B it's going to be. Think like we're in the key of that bottom note. That would be D flat. So that would be B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and then go one past it, B, E, A, D, G flat. The first flat that we drew is the note that we drew, so we'd put a flat next to it, but that would be the major sixth. So we simply put another flat next to that flat. A minor sixth above D flat is B double flat. That's the last bit concerning this concept. We've got 4 more definitions. Più means more. Meno means less. Con, with. And senza, without. These will be musical markings that you will see throughout the pieces of music that we sing based off of articulation and dynamics. That is everything we have on level 8. Be sure that you go back and review anything before level 8. It all builds upon itself. So make sure you do what you need to do in order to have a 100 on your test.